Good evening. All right, so let's close this so I can see what's going on. Hey, Tarshell. Hey, what's going on? All right, y'all, so let's start with dropping one win for today. I hope everybody's Monday started off good. If it did not start off good, by the end of this video, we hope that your mood will be better. All right, so again, thank you everybody for popping in. I would like to also say thank you everybody to all of you all that have bought a journal prompt. I'm super excited about this particular prompt. I mean, I'm excited about all the prompts that I give y'all, but this one is one that I am excited about because I definitely want to see everybody excel in some of the things that they want to accomplish throughout the year. All right, so it's time to grow these goals. It's time to spray the weed spray on all of these excuses that many of us have had throughout the year and get some stuff done. So if you don't already, go ahead and pull out your journal. So we can go ahead and get started. This is my divider for June. I obviously do not like this if you watched the video before, but we're gonna roll with it. We will roll with this as my divider. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the page. And up at the top, you see a little bit of that sticker that I was too lazy to cover. So we will cover that. And this will be our first official Monday motivation for the month of June. This is a dot grid journal that I use, and this shows you how much I have already completed in this journal. There may be a couple of pages that are blank in here, but for the most part, all these pages are filled up, and this is actually what is left in my journal for June. So my journals typically take me through 3 months. So my journals are quarterly. That does not mean that your journal has to be finished by the end of the quarter. So please do not measure your journal journey against mine or anybody else's. You move at your own pace. So you bought a good creative stuff. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Tarshell. No, that's a huge win, D. Jones. And make sure you journal about that or kind of write that down. Not that you have to put all the specifics, but if that made you feel good, that was a win for you. Record that win because we want to make sure in our journals we have all aspects of our lives, which is the great, the good, and the not so good. All right, so I pulled out these 3 washes. So I'm assuming that's something that I think I'm going to use today. So what I normally do when I do a journal entry or my weekly spread, I pull out a couple of colors that I think I want to use. And often y'all will notice that these colors seem like they have nothing in common, or sometimes they are all on opposite ends. That is very intentional for me because I like to see a little bit of variety on my pages. All right. So we are talking about goals. And so what we want to do is focus on goals. Again, if you bought the journal prompt, you know that I have assignments for you all. So we about to get into some stuff to make sure that we get things done. Now today, by the end of this video, all of us will have at least one small goal that we want to work on for this week. Everybody that bought the prompts, you're working on a major goal that you can complete in the month of June. That's going to be a little bit different. But on this live, we will all write a goal that we want to work on. Everybody's goal will not be the same, but everybody will set out to do one small goal that you can accomplish this week in particular. And a goal does not have to be astronomical. A goal does not have to be linked to making money. A goal does not have to be linked to getting likes on social media. The goal that you're going to set is going to be something that will make you feel good, and something that you have been wanting to check off for quite some time, but you haven't been honest with yourself and you haven't been putting in the effort to get those things accomplished. All right, so let's start with putting a little washi down. And I have no clue how this washi is going down. That's what makes creative journaling a little expressive and fun. So I think I want to do something out of my norm. So let's turn this way. And remember, again, we are in the month of June. And this is the first week. So this is going to be the week of the 3rd through the 9th, if I have those dates correct. It's going to be the 3rd through the 9th. All right. I do know that I'll be adding some type of florals on this at some point. And again, as you're coming in, make sure you drop one of your wins for this week. I mean, not this week, for today. We're in the top of the week. One of your wins for today. No matter how big or how small. Trying to find the start of this over here. And so the book that I'm going to use is The Brights. I'm working on shopping my stash and using quite a bit of stuff up, y'all. So I'm pulling books that I have from all over. So I'm going to use The Brights and then again some florals. Let's section this off. Hold on. I need a little card. All right, y'all, so if any of you are willing to state what kind of goal you want to accomplish and you need help with breaking that goal down, you can go ahead and put it in the comment section. And I will give you a suggestion on how to break that goal down, as long as it's not something crazy. Now, if it's crazy and I don't feel like we're going to talk about it, that's just not going to happen. But if you need help with breaking down a goal, go ahead and put that goal in the comment section, and then we'll discuss how you can break that goal down and what are some steps you need to take. All right, so I am looking for something that I can put down for my box. And okay, am I back, y'all? Because I was streaming for a little bit, not streaming, but I was buffering for a second. All right, so I'm going to put this week right here, and then I'm going to write the date in. Let me find out I actually been using this book a little bit. All right, so when it comes to goals, y'all, one of the main things that you want to do is you have to write it down, type it in. If you're digital, that's fine, but you need to see it. You need to see the plan. You can keep all the stuff in your head if you want to, but that's not going to work in the long run, especially if your goal is a little more extensive. You kind of need to see the plan in front of you and hold yourself accountable. All right, so I have this week, and I really wanted a sticker where I could write the dates in, or at least have the month, but that don't look like that's about to happen. So I'll work around that date in a minute because I still kind of want to do the layout of my page. So let's go in and throw a couple of flowers. These were my absolute favorite flowers, and I think this is my last page of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these off a little bit. And so I know a couple of people always talk about layering. They don't know how to layer, or what do you do with your flowers? You place them wherever you want them to. Layering occurs after you do like a central spot or a corner. Then you put whatever you want on there. It doesn't have to make sense when you first start. It's just all how it flows at the end. As I said before, today, that was a bunch of foolery that I had earlier, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna just make it work. And so you do whatever makes you feel good about your page. It does not have to look like anybody else's. You don't have to put a sticker down if you don't want to. If you want your motivational page every week to be just black and white, that's fine. Whatever is going to get you moving is the goal. And I'm going to clear this sheet because that's my goal, to clear sheets. Clearing sheets make room for new stuff. Hey Cheryl, I didn't see you when you said hello earlier. Hey everybody, if I missed saying hello to you. And so all I did with this washi, and it's actually really not straight, but no worries. All right, y'all, and that is how you clear a sheet off. Mission accomplished. All right, so I cleared a sheet. Sorry, I knocked my desk, so that's why y'all see all of that shaking. All right, so we know that this is this week. You can do a couple of things. I'm probably going to put my date along here, so I'm going to turn it to the side. And before I do that, I am going to create a border with this brown what is this, mound liner, just to add a different element to the page. Thank you, Ramona. And again, remember, your page is your page. However you want it to look is fine. There is no wrong or right way. Please don't get stuck into the I don't have good handwriting or any of that type stuff. You don't want to get stuck with that either. Hopefully I'm not buffering on your end. If I am, I will hop off and come back in. Okay, so I am buffering. Let's see. Okay, so we're good now. Come out and come back in. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool, I had to come all the way out, and I'm like, oh, let me try that. All right, so DJ, you said you try different stuff. Your planner is not cohesive at all. It doesn't have to be cohesive. It definitely doesn't have to be cohesive. It definitely doesn't have to be cohesive. As I say always, you want to make it your own. And the number one goal is to actually write the things you need. And then all the pretty stuff can come later. Now, for me, typically, I am going to do my stuff first, like this first, and then write around it. But this is not a requirement of getting your thoughts out on paper. So if this is too distracting as far as being able to journal, I always suggest first to journal and then you focus on adding the extra stuff to it. All right, so as I said before, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna write June to the side, and we are June 3rd through the 9th. I don't know if I'm using a stamp tonight. I don't know. I might. I don't know if I'm gonna use it tonight. All right, so June 3rd. And then I'm gonna write June out again. Sometimes I don't write June twice, but for this sake I am. All right, so one of the reasons that I like to put the dates is when you do your flip through of your journal, when it's time to kind of do a monthly recap, you can kind of go and find each one of these pages, and then that's easy to do an assessment of each week. All right, so that's how you'll do that. Now, if I wanted to, I would probably put another flower in because this space is really, really blank, but I'll probably end up doing something with that in a second. So over here, one thing that I would like to do is I want to put the goal in this little area, but I want to break this apart a little bit, or at least add a little bit of color in here. So we'll do that. So this is just a mild liner. I'm going in just to color in this little banner, just so it doesn't look so stark in comparison to the page. So clearly, all right, so we're gonna flip back here. And so since I just want a little divider between this, I'm gonna pull one of the colors out of here, which is more than likely to be this little purple. And right here is where the goal is gonna go. All right, so that says goal in mind. And then in this section, I'm going to write that one goal that I want to accomplish for this week. So you'll figure out what your one goal is for this week that you know. Okay, so here's the key thing, y'all. This is the goal that you know almost without a shadow of a doubt that you will be able to complete on this week. I do not know why this freaking thing is lagging. So that's going to be in that section. In your next section, you're going to put that section. In your next section, you're going to put, so right here is where you're going to write your goal. So let's just say you say your goal is to, I don't want to do fitness because you know that's not working for me right now. Let's say your goal is to clean out your closet. For some odd reason, that's the easy one for me to do for y'all. So if you want to clean out your closet, that's going to be the goal. After you set the goal, you need to set your task. So you want to be a little descriptive with your goal. So my goal is to clean out my closet by, that's not mine, I'm just giving you an example, by June 8th. Okay, so if that's going to be your goal, you want to clean it out by June 8th. Once you figure out what your goal is and what your deadline is, you now need to know, what are my tasks? What tasks do I need to complete this goal? So that's what I do. I write and then fill in the white spaces. I watch it play. Yeah, I'm just finally being able to see the comments. Okay, so you're going to do that goal. So if you say, I'm going to clean out the closet, I'm going to clean it out by the 8th. The 8th is actually going to be, that's a Saturday. So you want to have all of that stuff done on Saturday. What are the tasks that you need? One of your tasks may be to get a empty box, separate the clothes in categories, and then you're going to decide, who am I donating the clothes to? If you're going to donate it to a person, if you're going to donate it to Goodwill, whoever that may be, that's what you're going to do as far as your task. After you do that, you're going to check off each, right? So if Monday is going to be pull the clothes out of the closet, well, we're in Monday now, but start pulling the clothes out of the closet. What is going to be your deadline for pulling those clothes out of the closet? It may be Thursday or Friday. So that's something that you may want to do. All right, so after you do that, once you complete your goal, you want to check that off, and then you want to recap and write about that. A lot of people can't see that they're accomplishing goals because they tend to do it, forget about it, and you don't mention it at all, or you don't write about it, or you're not even checking your planner to say that I've accomplished these goals. So this is why you get to the middle of this year and you're lost. You're like, I haven't done anything. I don't feel like I'm making any moves in life, and you've made so many moves, but you haven't been grateful, or you haven't shown the gratitude in those goals being accomplished, that you're still looking at what's not working versus what's working. So that's why we're going to do these small goals for this week. So one small goal. So I'm going to decide what my goal is on here with y'all right now. I know what mine is, since we're talking about cleaning out clothes. I'm going to clean out the coat closet. That's going to be my goal. So let's go ahead and write that in. I need a smaller pen. I'm going to use one of my favorite pens by KP, Scribbles by KP. So my goal in mind is to clean out the coat closet. And I am going to put my deadline, right? So my deadline is going to be by Saturday. All right, y'all. So it looks like we're back. Hopefully I can get all of y'all back. But if not, y'all will probably see the replay or whatever happens. Yeah. No other words. No other words. Go with it. So whoever is able to hop back on, appreciate it. Thank you. I had a little technical difficulty. Nothing new to these lives. Y'all know sometimes it happens. And either one or two things, I either give up or I come back in. So whoever is able to see that I came back in live, hopefully you'll be able to catch the rest of this. But we did already start on the spread for today. And basically we are all setting one small goal that we can complete this particular week. It has nothing to do with whatever month that people are setting that got the journal prompts. This is totally different from that. So that's that. So what's going to happen is I already set my small goal that I'll be able to accomplish, which is to clean out my coat closet by Saturday. I wanted to go ahead and put that deadline. So the deadline falls with by Saturday. And then I started creating my tasks. So within those tasks, you find create a trash pile, create donate pile, and create the keep pile. So that's what happens with that. So what I think I'm gonna do, y'all, I see people. I'm gonna check for a second if everybody isn't able to come right particular live, and then start another one, because I think what's gonna end up happening is people came out of this live and it resumed. So most people probably don't even know that it's back up. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're gonna stop right here, and then I'm gonna come back in.